Hello viewers, this is Dr. Sangeeta Datta, consultant psychiatrist, and today we shall talk about disciplining children. I'm talking about discipline because a lot of parents come to me and a lot of teachers also come to me with the issues of disciplining children. Parents come to me with the complaints that children don't listen to them, don't obey their commands, and they have become very, very rebellious and very, very arrogant, impulsive, etc. Actually, it all depends on how you discipline your children, how you bring them up from childhood. So far as disciplining children is concerned, it was an age-old belief that children should be brought up the strict way. Caning was encouraged. Nowadays, it is no longer encouraged. Neither physical abuse is encouraged nor emotional abuse is encouraged because it has its own negative impact in the minds of children and in the lives of children. Sometimes when you are too strict with your children and you think that is the right way of bringing them up, what could happen is, one is that your child could become very submissive, very docile, but will not develop the self-confidence to be able to live his life in a complete way. And he might just lack self-confidence about anything and everything in life. And the other thing that could happen is, once he becomes an adolescent, he could become rebellious and he could just not follow your orders, and it would be a huge conflict between the children and the parents. So that is something which we don't want. The other thing which parents do is permissive discipline. The first way of disciplining is, of course, authoritarian discipline, and the second one is permissive discipline, where parents allow their children to live their lives according to their choice. Whatever children want or demand, the parents succumb to it and give it to the children, because that way they think there'll be peace at home. And since parents these days are very busy, they don't want trouble at home, especially from their children. So if the children want a smartphone, they get it. If they want a laptop, they get it. If they want internet connection, they get it. They get almost everything, till the day when the parents can no longer afford what the children want. Sometimes the demands become so huge, like a bike or a car, or multiple things, multiple material things like that. So when parents come to me complaining that my son wants a bike from me and when I refused, he broke the door of the house. So I always tell them that it is not the beginning, it is a part of the journey. You have started this long back. You have always pampered this child with whatever he needed, not even needed, with whatever he wished, and it was not his need. So never ever entertain permissive discipline. The right way of disciplining children is democratic discipline, in which a child is taught democracy, which means that a child is given his rights, right to watch television, right to surf the net, right to meet his peers, and so on and so forth, provided he follows his responsibilities or duties. When it comes to responsibilities or duties, I must say that children must be taught that their primary responsibility is studying. Second is their responsibility towards their family. Third is, of course, when it comes to family, there are a lot of responsibilities. And third is, of course, being a responsible student, being a responsible citizen. When a child is taught how to carry out his responsibility, and after carrying out his responsibilities, he's actually rewarded with some rights, then that is the right way of disciplining children. And when the child is not ready to follow the responsibilities, then his rewards or his rights are taken away from him. A lot of parents tell me that children revolt when they don't follow their responsibilities and when the rights are taken away from them. I always tell them, this is because earlier you had not followed this pattern of disciplining children. You cannot do this overnight. It is a process. It needs to be inculcated over a period of time, and gradually it becomes a habit. The other important thing which is important in disciplining children is, some children would show the wrong kind of behavior, like shouting, screaming, non-cooperation, etc. in shops, public places, homes, etc. to gain attention and to get what they want to get from their parents. For example, maybe the parents are refusing a packet of chips to a young child, and the child therefore throws a tantrum and lies down on the floor of a shop and refuses to get up. He screams and shouts in such a manner that the parent feels embarrassed. And out of embarrassment, to avoid that situation, the parent now gives the packet of chips to the child. Please do not do it, because that way the child understands and learns that it is only by shouting and screaming and showing negative behavior that he can actually get what he wants from the parent. So this will become a habit again. Give attention to your child only for the desirable behavior or the positive behavior that your child shows. Some examples are taking his meal on time by himself, dressing up by himself before going to school, maintaining a timetable for studies, watching television in the slotted time, listening to the parent, helping in the domestic work, so on and so forth. So if you bring up your child and if you pay attention to him only when he shows a positive behavior, like by kissing him, hugging him, sleeping with him, taking him out for a walk, taking him out for a movie in the weekends, it is a right way of instilling positive behavior in children. However, remember that when you reinforce positive behavior, please try that it is reinforced in a non-material way, because when you buy stuff for children, it will again become a habit, and that is not the right way to please children. Apart from that, if you want your child to be a good human being in the future, please be a role model, be a good human being yourself, because your child is imitating you all the time. Yes, I do understand that apart from you, there are many other things that a child is imitating, like characters on television, characters in movies, friends and people they meet outside, and so on and so forth. But trust me, if parental role modeling is strong, if your personalities are so attractive, your children cannot help but get attracted towards your personality and towards you. And that way, every other influence in his or her life will be insignificant as compared to your influence. Do remember to like this video or subscribe this video, and we promise to come back with another interesting topic. Till then, goodbye and take care.